All right, guys, I know I have a few videos of me, hating on certain demographics, but those are just videos, all right? If there's any demographic that I really hate, that I truly despise with all of my heart, it's white women. Think about it, all right? Think of every bad thing, every bad moment that's ever happened to you in your life. I promise you, the majority of those bad moments are gonna be because of a white woman. Am I right or am I wrong? I feel like all the unhappiness and all the anger in me just stems from me not liking white women. Now, if you're a white woman and you're a fan of me, then it's cool, you're a gang, I fuck with you. But otherwise, like whenever I'm interacting with a white woman that's a stranger, my first thought is gonna be, oh, what are they gonna do that's gonna piss me off? And they always manage to piss me off. And it's only white women, only white women. It's never, and look, I already know people are gonna be like, oh, he's misogynistic. But no, it's not that, because I love every woman except for white women. But no, let me explain where my deep hatred of white women really stems from. All right, now it's not just all one person's fault. This is like a multitude, a mass of white women across my entire 18 years of living. All right, now I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna go too far back. I'm gonna take it all the way back to freshman year. No. Yeah, freshman year of high school. So look, my freshman year, I wasn't too proud of that year, but we're not gonna really talk about it. But let's just say white girl I like leads me on, all right? Cool, whatever, it happened. Me and old white girl start talking again. Nothing comes from it, it's whatever. We don't care about that. So let's fast forward to sophomore year. I got put into a private school, okay? And you guys already know that private school was dominantly white. Like everywhere you look white. There's probably about like 3 black students, including me, that went to that school, okay? So you guys can imagine what it was like being there, white people everywhere, they do those little racist jokes because you have locks. They go, oh, you look like Juice World. You look like Lil Tecca, even though you look nothing like them, but they just say that because you have locks. Yeah, I had to deal with a lot of that, all right? And you guys already know there was a bunch of white women there, a bunch, all right? Don't know what that was. Honestly, I don't even know why I brought up that I went to an all-white private school. There wasn't really any problem with the white women there. But no, fast forward, all right? I'm graduating, I worked at Fun Zone. I was working at Fun Zone, right? I see this old shawty. Let's call her Demi Lovato, all right? We're not gonna leak any names here. Let's call her Demi Lovato, all right? We start talking, I'm just looking to mess around, I'm not looking for anything serious, all right? So, me, big player. We got to the nitty gritty maybe about like the second link, all right? Now, Demi Lovato was maybe like a year younger than me, give or take, all right? So, we're messing around, and I realized I didn't really fuck with Demi Lovato like that. But man, Demi Lovato was crazy. Demi Lovato was trying to show up to my house because I wanted to stop talking. Both worked at the same job, by the way. I forgot to mention that. I go to work, and she's crying. By the way, we weren't together, just talking, okay? But she's over here crying, and everyone's asking me, Kaden, what did you do? Demi Lovato's crying, and I'm just like, I just wanted to stop talking, Demi Lovato had a foul odor, when we were getting to the nitty gritty. So that's also another reason. But yeah, whoa, hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm leaving out key details here. Demi Lovato snuck me in, okay? And Demi Lovato's room was terrible. There was like food, bugs everywhere. You guys know that one show, Hoarders or something? I don't know, some shit. And their houses are like full with like shit and like bugs and everything. That's what Demi Lovato's room was like. I kid you not, a bug flew past my ear, and Demi Lovato had the audacity to ask me, are you gonna stop talking to me after this? I kind of told Demi Lovato I was moving away because I didn't know how to break it off. I'm kind of a pussy. We kind of established, I was like, okay, I'll keep talking to you, but, nothing serious, because Demi Lovato wanted something serious. And Demi Lovato was cool with that, so we keep talking, just linking up now and then, getting into the nitty gritty. One day, I go to Statesboro to mess with, what's gonna be this woman's name? I'm gonna call this woman Taylor Swift. I also really do hate Taylor Swift, the real Taylor Swift. So I go up to Taylor Swift, to get down. You already know. So me and Taylor Swift get down. I'm working at Walmart now because I got fired from Fun Zone. We're not going to talk about that. So I'm working at Walmart now, and I'm in my little orientation or whatever, and I see some bad shit. Like, I see this one, and I'm like, wow. I heard that she listened to Pierce the Veil, and I'm like, hey, I fuck with Pierce the Veil, you know? So at the IG, we get to chat, and I initially thought me and Demi Lovato were cool, so I showed Demi Lovato the girl I was talking to. I didn't even put the username in there. I just showed it to Demi Lovato, and Demi Lovato somehow found that, and then said something about me to get what's her name to stop talking to me. Okay, whatever. And I just found that kind of funny because Demi Lovato was talking to someone while they were messing with me. And that said someone didn't know that. That said someone was getting Demi Lovato flowers, and I was like, well, let me go let what's his name know, because that's low-key fucked up. So I go let what's his name know, and Demi Lovato finds out, and let's just say Demi Lovato was not happy. I also think Demi Lovato has a thing for black guys. You know, Demi Lovato kind of fetishes black guys because I noticed that I was black, and then the guy Demi Lovato was messing with was also black, and her new boyfriend is black, which is kind of weird. Oh, black with piercing, sorry. Forgot that. But yeah, kind of weird. But fast forward, you know, I post a story on my close friends, and basically what I was saying was like, it's not okay to generalize an entire that's kind of ironic because that's what I'm doing right now. But I was just saying it's not okay to generalize an entire gender, okay? Taylor Swift swipes up in my story, and Taylor Swift is like, oh, you're just a dumb twink anyways, you know? You know, you guys are actually our predators. She's like, you guys are our natural predators. And she's like, you guys grape everyone. And I'm like, but I've never done that ever in my life. Anyways, let's just say I try or attempt to convince Taylor Swift into an opinion that she does not agree with, and I did end up blocked. And before you guys come in my comments saying, oh, well, I think she's right. No, she's not, okay? I think it's something with some type of trauma she has. I don't know what's her problem. But I asked a lot of women if they agreed with my story, and they said they did. But I also think this video is kind of ironic for me to make because when you look at my body count, a lot of them are white women. But that was before I came to the realization that I actually hate them. Okay, so we can't even hold that against me. No. Another thing is just a lot of white women just tick me off so much. Do you guys remember Visco girls? Oh my gosh, they hated them. With their little hydro flasks, save the turtles. Oh my god. It's only something a white woman would ever do. And you know what? It was white women. It was only white women that were Visco girls. Oh, I just feel like a lot of the teachers I've hated in school have been white women. You know, I'm in college right now. I have this one English teacher. She's white. I hate her. But honestly though, think of one white woman celebrity that's actually likable. You can't really think of any. I mean, they might be likable to you, but they've done some shit. Like, here's my thing. I feel like every white woman has done some shit. Every white woman has something cancelable to their name. Every white woman has some deep, dark secret that they don't want anyone else knowing about. I guarantee you every white woman has said the N-word at least once. Or some type of slur at least once. Okay, like, let's not lie. They definitely have. White women just get on my nerves so much, and I really feel like every bad experience I have, it's a white woman's fault. Like, anytime I'm mad at a customer, they're a white woman. Am I surprised? Like, anytime someone has a really shitty opinion online, go to their profile, it's a white woman. And to any women that has white women friends or friends with a white woman, you need to be careful, okay? Because white women are like ticking time bombs. They're like nuclear bombs waiting to blow up, all right? They might be cool now, but eventually some shit is gonna happen and they're gonna flip out on you. They're gonna yell at you. They might kill you. Something is gonna happen, okay? That friendship is not gonna be forever, all right? So to all my other women, I just need you to be careful and watch out for these white women, okay? Because I honestly think white women are the devil, all right? If there's any Satan spawn on earth, it's a white woman. It's a white woman. You know, Dr. Umar, like at first I didn't really agree with him. But now that I've grown up, I kind of do agree with him. You know, leave those snow bunnies alone. Do not ever step foot in their territory because you will end up in some bad position. I promise you, this isn't a racist or misogynistic thing. This is just pattern recognition, okay? Like every unfortunate circumstance I find myself in, it's a white woman's fault. Always. Always. The other week, I was with my girlfriend. We were walking down their campus or whatever. All right, there's this white woman. All right, you know, maybe I misheard. All right, let's give this white woman the benefit of the doubt. But should we? Because it's a white woman. But you know, I walk past and the white woman's like, I have so many N-word clips. Past the black, like I was walking past and I heard it. And you know, them being a group of white people, they're over here snickering, they're over here trying not to burst out laughing. Could be wrong, maybe she was just saying she had N-word clips of someone else, but I highly doubt that. All right. I feel like I have to say this again though. If you're a white woman and you watch my videos and you're a fan of me, then we're gang, okay? I promise nothing against you. It's just all the other white women. Listen, if I could eliminate all white women at the cost of my life, I would do it. I would seriously do it, all right? I would put my life up for the greater good. If there's ever gonna be a next Hitler or anything along those lines, it's gonna be a white woman, all right? It's gonna be a white woman. Part of me is convinced that white women actually aren't human. There's some kind of alien subspecies that's migrated from whatever planet, from however many light years away, and they've just came to Earth to wreak havoc. All they're here for, they're just here to make your life bad, all right? So if you're a viewer and you're watching this, you need to stay safe, all right? Stay safe from these white women, all right? Watch yourself. Keep a knife, all right? You can't walk out in the streets at night when there's a white woman roaming, all right? Something is gonna happen, all right? So you just got to be careful.